Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Apocalypse 45 from documentarian Erik Nelson, and this film focuses on the tail end of World War II and looking at the Pacific Theater and all of the grisly and brutal moments that lead up to the end of World War II. And this is filled with never before seen footage. A lot of it is like they kept showing like footage directed by John Ford, which was really cool to think about because he stepped away from Hollywood during World War II to shoot all these military films and stuff like that, and you get to see some of his footage in this. And as a cinephile, that's a pretty cool thing. And this film, very much like Peter Jackson's documentary about World War I, utilizes that like colorization over this older footage, and it's a very interesting look. They Shall Not Grow Old was a very moving and powerful documentary about war, and this film delivers something very similar, and you get to see this footage brought to life, some of it extremely brutal and graphic and gory, looking at the end results of some of the conflicts that these people were having during World War II, and also showing you some beautiful shots of what was going on in terms of the island hopping in the Pacific. You have the raising of the flag on Iwo Jima, and it's a fascinating documentary about this intense, brutal lead up to the end of World War II in the Pacific, and it does it in such a raw way because you're seeing these actual images that were captured, and the colorizations honestly are done pretty well. It was never truly like obvious, but you have all this footage and it's so fascinating to watch and engrossing while you listen to the commentary of veterans, which there's an extremely moving set of like, here's a younger man, this is what he looks like now, of all these people that are 90 to 100 plus years old, and it's inspiring to see them sitting there and hearing their perspectives. And that was an extra special moment watching this film. But this is one of the kinds of things where it's just like, this is a deep dive into history with some breathtaking footage that I can't believe is like intact, and they are able to even capture a lot of these things. But it's something that you're going to learn a lot. It's something that you're going to feel a lot. And it's just going to be a very special experience seeing the woes and the horrible things that happen in war, and yet we still keep having them. But you know, World War II was a tough one, and there's tons of travesties going on between the Nazis and the Japanese and their invasion of all across Asia. And this documentary really captures those big, decisive moments that turned the tide and wrapped up that war. And I'm glad I got to check this out. I am a huge history fan, so this was something really cool. If you're a history fan, I think you'll love it as well. And I think it's an engrossing and interesting enough documentary that, hey, maybe you're not the most knowledgeable of World War II or care that much about it. This is still a fascinating experience that I think that you might still get that emotional resonance from, because it's just breathtaking watching this footage in motion. But those are my thoughts on Apocalypse 45. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.